Hello friends, today's topic is the principle of learning. Before defining the principle of learning, we started from the meaning of learning. Learning. Educational psychologists and pedagogists have identified several principles of learning, also referred to as a law of learning, which seems generally applicable to the learning process. These principles have been discovered, tested, and used in practical situations. They have provided additional insight into which what makes most people learn most effectively. According to Edward Thorndike, developed the first three laws of learning: readiness, exercise, and effect. After that, he introduced the five laws of learning: primacy, recency, intensity, freedom, and requirement. Learning is an experience which occurs inside the learners and is activated by the learners. The learning process goes through a cycle, that is, perceiving, deciding, acting, and feedback. After that, the cycle starts again. Learning is the discovery of personal meaning and relevance of ideas. Learning is a consequence of experience. People become responsible when they have really assumed responsibility. They become independent behavior. They become able when they have experienced success. They begin to feel important when they are important and feel like someone likes them. Plan, act, observe, reflect, and again deciding plan. This cycle goes on. Learning is a cooperative and collaborative process. It follows the steps: ignorance, awareness, understanding, commitment, entanglement, and reflection. Learning is strength when accompanied by the pleasant or satisfying feeling. Learning is weakened when associated with an unpleasant feelings. Principle of learning. The following list present the basic principles that underlie effective learning. These principles are delisted from a variety of disciplines. Number 1. Student prior knowledge can help or hinder learning. That means students come into our courses with knowledge, belief, and attitude gained on other courses and bring this knowledge to bear in our classroom. It influences how they filters and interrupt. What if students' prior knowledge is robust and accurate and activated at the appropriate time? It provides a start for building new knowledge. However, when knowledge is inert, insufficient for the task, activated, inaccurate, it can interfere with or impede new learning. Second point, how students organize knowledge influence how they learn and apply what they know. Students naturally make connection between pieces of knowledge. When those connections form knowledge, they are accurately and meaningfully organized. Number 3. Students' motivation determines, directs, and sustains what they do to learn. As students enter college and gain greater autonomy over what, when, and how they study, and learn critical role in guiding the direction, intensity, persistence, and quality of learning. As the diagram defines, the learner involves curriculum planning, essential learning standard, assessment, pedagogy. Number 4 point. To develop mastery, student must acquire component skill, practice integrating them, and know when to apply what they have learned. Student must develop not only the component skill and knowledge necessary to perform the complex task, they must also practice combining and integrating them to develop greater fluency and automaticity. Number 5th point. Goal oriented practice coupled with targeted feedback enhances the quality of students' learning. As the learning cycle defines above, now the principle of learning having some steps, that is the environment, context, expectations, responsibility, immersion, connection, scaffolding, modeling, metacognition, approximation, use, relevance, application, and after that the feedback. Moreover, The sixth point of the principle of learning is students' current level of development interact with the social, emotional, and intellectual climate of the courses to impact learning. Number seventh point, to become self-directed learners, students must learn to monitor and adjust their approaches to learning. After discuss the principle of learning, it must include some conclusion. Conclusion based on the meaning of learning and the principle of learning also. Learning is based on the environment and is influenced by the psychological differences. It is related to the activities and experience. Learning is a planned process for the modification. By knowing the principle on how learning takes place, we will be guided on how to teach. Learning is sometimes a painful process. That is a cycle. Thank you.